Okay, the next temperament is the sanguine. Okay, the sanguine is your classic people person. Okay, the life of the party, fun-loving and affectionate. Now remember, we talked about reactions. So the sanguine has similar reactions to the choleric in that they're very extroverted, for one, but they have intense reactions, very quick reactions, but they're not long-lived. Okay, so they are eager to please, they love to be the center of attention, they live in the present moment, but also because of that quickness to forget, they tend to be very interested, very optimistic, they take on new projects, but then they forget. So they arrive late, they forget their car keys, and even where they park their car. But they always have a funny story to tell you about why they were late, so you forgive them. A sanguine child is the one who's always running out the door, and they forgot and then they have to come back in, 10 times because they forgot their homework, they forgot their keys, they forgot their permission slip from the parent, or they forgot their shoes. They're very forgetful. Okay, it doesn't mean they're ADHD. This is part of the natural temperament, that they tend to have these short-lived reactions. They love people and they love being sociable. The sanguine enjoys life, where the choleric might want to conquer life. The sanguine enjoys life. They have lots of friends, lots of activities. They're sociable, spontaneous, and scattered. They're kind of like butterflies. They flit from flower to flower to flower. So in school, they join lots of clubs, but then they forget to attend. We have our third son, one year when he was in high school, he signed up for every club. But then he never attended any of them. Then at the end of the year, I'm looking in the yearbook, and there like math club? No way. Wait, you do not play the violin. I know you don't. He's over here. He's in every single. He's like. He goes, hey, I showed up on picture day. That's what counts. Oh, gosh. Anyway, so recently we had our annual women's conference. And this is awesome. It's like wonderful. We had 700 to, lots and lots of ladies. Once a year, we have this huge, huge, huge conference. Great talks, confession. There's 20 priests, and it's really great. And I look forward to it every year because I get to see all the people that I didn't see for a whole year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all these people. And, and I'm part sanguine. I forgot to tell you that. Okay, so part sanguine. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing all the friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And I actually volunteered to, sanguines like to volunteer. They sometimes forget, but they like to volunteer. And so I volunteered to get there really early, 6:30 in the morning, and help with the registration. So I am so excited. I'm in my happy place. I've got my friend Beth. She's also a sanguine. She's there. She's like, we got our seats together at the registration table. We're sitting there. We're like so excited. We're gonna say hi to everybody that we have. Oh, hey, Jane, I haven't seen you in so long. This is so great. I just love this. Anyway, so we're really excited. And then the woman who is putting on the conference, she comes up to me, she goes, Lorraine, I need you to go help at the confession line. And I'm like, no! I love confession. I have nothing against confession. I love confession. I love that they have 20 priests and all this kind of stuff. But the confession line was upstairs and it was quiet. And nobody was talking. And all my friends are down there talking. I could hear them. They're like talking, and they're having their coffee and eating their bagels and their croissants. And I'm like, the confession line. To be quiet, to be quiet. Okay, Father Brian is open over here. It's like, this is a job for the melancholics. Why did she ask me this? But I offered it. It was during Lent, so I offered it up. Anyway, but I came home and I told my husband Art about it, and he goes, "Oh, I would have loved the confession line." Gosh. St. Peter was a lovable but inconstant sanguine. Quote, "Lord, I'm prepared to go to prison and to die with you," he fervently pronounces. And a few hours later, Peter denies even knowing Jesus. At the Transfiguration, Peter enthusiastically offers to set up 3 tents on the spot, even though, as Scripture notes, he did not know what he was saying. When Christ appears walking on the water, Peter impulsively joins him until he begins to sink. Sanguines are wonderfully generous, open and forgiving until the going gets tough. That's when the sanguine goes shopping. Remember St. Peter trying to talk Christ out of the cross? No, not the cross. No, not the confession line. You know, it's classic. Anyway, so virtues that may be more challenging for sanguines: perseverance, especially with boring things, self-control, and what's called lack of human respect. That's a tough one, because sanguines really want to please other people. They really like other people. They want to please other people, but they want them to like them. So it's like we do struggle a little bit with vanity, I would say. So even at all the temperaments, everybody of whatever temperament needs to build up their interior life, of course. But sanguines, it may be even a little bit more of a challenge, you know, and we may need it even more to build up that interior life and to make Christ the best friend of our soul. Not to want to please all the other people, but to really please Christ most of all. Sanguines need to know when to stop talking and to listen, when to put aside all their activities, when to let others speak up or volunteer. So practicing mental prayer, committing to a regular holy hour, these kinds of things will build up the spiritual life of the sanguine and their relationship with Christ. Now, the beauty and the gift of the sanguine temperament is their effervescent, even childlike love for life, for fun, friends, and social activities. They're generous to a fault, good-hearted, and forgiving. The sanguine's enthusiasm and sociability, when combined with the virtues of perseverance and self-control and a deep love for Christ, they can become truly charismatic leaders, like St. Philip Neri, who is a sanguine saint, and they can bring many souls to Christ.